Let's get into it. Coach Colin here. What's going on, guys? Sorry for the late video. It's been a couple of days. Recently, what has happened is I kind of got nuked. Okay. This happens from time to time, but it usually happens with channels that are deserving of it. Now, I know some people who don't like the content that I make, they may say, oh, you're one of those people that deserves this, but within the law, within fair use law, I am not. I'm actually going far above and beyond what most creators do in regards to using clips of people. Now, who I was nuked by was actually Joe Rogan and Shawn Ryan. And it's very odd because I just moved away from using Joe Rogan in my titles even, and I am starting to do this weekly show. So things are starting to really roll. And usually when these claims come up, I can let them know about fair use. I can show them the case law, just a little bit of what I have. I have a whole lot, but I can show them a little bit, and then it's all good. But I had to take this to appeal. So when you take something like this to appeal and you get hit with 8 different claims, all from Rogan and Shawn Ryan within a 2-hour span, it feels weird. Very charitable because, even now, love Rogan and love Shawn Ryan's show, but it's a very odd, almost feels like a targeting of sorts, but there's no reason that those two or their camps, because it's probably not them at their computer, right? There's no reason that their camps would be doing something like that to me. I don't know. I could be wrong. I have no idea, but I had to take this to appeal because they decided that they were not going to follow fair use, and they were not going to go by the guidelines of what's called the YouTube copyright claim system, which currently they are making a false claim. These are made up claims. I don't fall under where they're allowed to do what they're doing. I'm not the creator. I'm not the clip channel that just plays a clip of them. I say nothing. I'm not even on the screen, and that's it. That's what you're allowed to copyright claim. I'm something much different. I've made sure of it. I've studied the case law. It's very intentional the way my show works. I do it like this for a reason, and it's to abide by the law and to abide by YouTube's actual policies. They're not doing that currently. So I had to take this to appeal. When you take things to appeal, if they then decide again, you know what? Nah, we're right. I could end up by tomorrow, or maybe I'll release this today. I don't know. I'll probably just drop this whenever I'm done. I don't know. It's like midnight right now. I haven't been able to think. I've just been worried about writing these replies, and there's a whole bunch of questions you have to figure out, and you have to know the percentages of what episodes you've used. And you don't usually, but I do because I just want to be very exact with everything to make my case. I've had to bring up more case law from different cases that show that I'm actually right. I've had to give the examples of what fair use is. I've had to do a whole lot. But if they decide, you know what, we don't care. We don't care. We want the $200, $100 that we want it. We're going to throw it on their piles of money. We want it. That's it. Done. I could get 3 strikes by tomorrow, and then my channel will be terminated. And then probably my other channel will get terminated as well, because usually if you have one channel, if you have multiple channels and one of them gets taken down, they usually take all your channels down. So that's the situation I'm in right now. Again, completely within fair use. Like the way people usually ask, like, how are you allowed to do this? It's because I'm following the law. Like, go check out Asmongold. Asmongold is allowed to do what he's doing. Fox, CNN, Hassan, any YouTuber, Cash Jordan that he covers, anything. He's allowed to do what he's doing. It's within fair use. He is transforming the content you see. Now, picture this. You have to transform content to the point where it's completely different than the original clip. And then look at what Asmongold does. Look at what a lot of these creators do. And then look at the stuff that I do. I make sure to transform it into a completely different video. Sometimes I'm disagreeing with Rogan, so we go down a different track of thought. We go into different things. I'll go deeper into a subject. I give my own unique perspective. I make sure that, if it is a 6-minute clip of Rogan, I'm talking for 40 minutes. I make sure of that. That's how you're supposed to do that, to be above board. You're really not supposed to be able to get away with just a video playing and being like, yeah, yeah, I agree. You're actually not allowed to do that. I don't know how other creators get away with doing that, but I do not get away with doing that. I don't get away with swearing on my channel. I don't get away with saying words like Ovid, I don't get away with all these things. I don't get away with certain names in my my titles. I don't get away with certain imagery played. I can't even play fire on my channel. There's been episodes I've played and people are like, why are you blanking out the fire? It's because there's some other game that's being played with me at my channel, and I have no idea what it is or why or who's at the bottom of it. I have no clue. It doesn't make any sense. Everybody else gets to do pretty much whatever they want, except for the people who have been deplatformed and everything. But for me, I do not get to do that. I don't know why Rogan or their team and Shawn Ryan or their team is doing this. I don't know why they're doing it together at the same time. I don't get it. But I'm hopeful. I've said my prayers to my Lord and Savior, Jesus. Hopefully he hears me. I know there's a lot going on. He's probably busy in like Gaza, but I'm not even allowed to say that. I shouldn't even have said that. I can't even talk about that. I have a completely different set of rules than everybody else. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. That's my TED Talk. Anyway, I do have this to show you guys. I'm going to have to diversify. I should make this much smaller. I'm going to have to diversify. I'm not saying to go buy shirts. That's not what I'm trying to get you to do here. But by diversify, I mean I'm going to have to acquire emails because, I don't know, I might not have a channel soon. So I do have a website. It is iamcoachcolin.com. You can see it right here. iamcoachcolin.com. It's right there. That is the website. You can go to the contact page that we have, and you can just put your name in, whatever name you choose. Put your email in, and then I'll have it there to contact you. Perhaps I'll have to start a Patreon. Actually, whatever happens, I'm starting a Patreon, definitely. I have to start a Patreon. I can't keep. I'm at YouTube's disposal. I'm at Rogan's disposal. I'm at Shawn Ryan's disposal. What the fuck? Anyway, I'm not bleeping that out this time. I don't have time for this. Actually, I probably will. I don't like to swear. Some of you guys have kids. I think about that. Anyway. Yeah, so I have this site. If you go to the contact page, that would be great. If you're somebody who likes my content, go to the contact page. Also, of course, as some of you know, I'm on X. And I'm just going to have to make a clips channel if I can even. I don't even know if they'll allow me if my channel does get terminated. I'm right here on X. It is I am Coach Colin as well. I'm going to make a clips channel for my interview show that I do weekly. Probably just going to call it the Tinfoil Experience. Maybe I'll just call it the Tinfoil, or maybe I'll just call it the Tinfoil Speedo or something like that. I don't know. I don't like this experience stuff much anymore. But I'm there. You got the contact there. Of course, I'm on Instagram as well. It is I am Coach Colin as well. So I'm all over the place there. So just but for me to gather the emails and for it to be in a good place, for me to have them all compiled into one space, this would be the best area to do it. And then I might have to just make a Patreon and go about it like that. That way I can talk freely. Although for the people who have the kids and stuff, or maybe you're just like Ned Flanders type Christian. You don't like swearing. I'll probably still edit out the swear words and stuff. I'm just like that now, you know. But yeah, yeah, it's something that I'm gonna have to do. So expect to see a Patreon, expect to see a clips channel for the interview show, and I'll probably have to hire somebody. They've been messaging me for a while. I have to hire somebody, start reaching out to more interviews, start doing more interviews. Yeah. And if I had to just think off the top of my head what the Patreon would involve, I would probably allow all the patrons to be live during all my interviews so we could go with that old school Rogan feel, Um not the one where he's like destroying someone's life, but the old school Rogan where he used to do things live. That'd be really cool. I'd probably do that. I would probably start making content about things that I've always wanted to talk about and give my opinion on that I haven't. And definitely still stay in this vein of paranormal, UFO, UAP, and just start talking about the things that, you're not really allowed to talk about. I've made a little bit of the Hollywood Nephilim connection, but there's a whole lot more to the Hollywood thing that for some reason they don't like on here as well. I'd probably start touching on that. Damn, it's funny enough. I don't even know if I should be saying this. Sorry, Sam, if I'm not supposed to be saying this. I'm having a Britney Spears moment. I'm going crazy, Sam. Sam actually mentioned Sam Tripley. He was like, he's like, if you had a paywall, we could do a show. And that's what he said. And I was like, I didn't really understand. I was like, what do you mean? Like, what do you want to, do you want me to be on your show? Do you want to do a show together? I'm like, what are you saying right now? And then we kind of just left it, kind of left me on red because I was like, what platform are you suggesting? So maybe it is Patreon that he was thinking of, and maybe we would be able to do some content on there together as well that you guys would be able to see, and pretty much no one else, because talking with Sam the way you have to talk with Sam, you can't put that on YouTube. So that wouldn't be there either. So yeah, there's a bunch of things that come to mind that I'll be able to do over there. And then of course there is Rumble, right? Maybe the daily show that you see now. This is if everything goes badly. And this is just me thinking out loud. So if everything goes badly, then it's like Rumble, there's Patreon, there's that whole thing. But yeah, I got to diversify a little bit more than I have been. Yeah, this is good. This is good. They always say that God will test you. I've always said your dreams will test you. God will test you to make sure that you're ready for the next level. And it's usually when you're on the verge of a breakthrough that you get tested the most. Before you finish a grade in school, the hardest test comes up. I don't remember what it's called. What is it called? An exam? Listen, I'm a dropout, okay? I failed those exams. But those exams come, and they're the hardest. It's compiled of everything you're supposed to know from the level that you've been at to go to the next level. And I'm very faithful that that's what's happening to me right now. I think I've gotten better. A lot of you are feeling the vibe that I'm starting to take the channel down. I want to get deeper into that vibe. I want to explore that a lot more. I want to explore the realm of interviewing a lot more, talk to a lot of different types of people. So I'm optimistic in seeing the good in the worst things because I know that God is in control at all times. I know that. I think maybe Satan's doing this. I don't know. They both test you. But no, I'm kidding. I do think that this is a God at play, and I think good things are going to come of it. But there is still anxiety. I'm one of those people. I'm very faithful, but I also my biggest struggle You know, some people have struggles with all sorts of weird sin and all sorts of things that they have, habits and etc. And mine is having full faith in myself, and then full faith that everything is going to be all right. And I keep trying to depend on my own understanding. And I know you're not supposed to do that, but I still do it because I'm still human. You know what I mean? I'm not Jesus, you know? But yeah, that's what's going on with me right now. So sorry that I didn't make a video. I have videos lined up that I want to do, but I did an interview today with this UFO chick. I shouldn't call her that. She's a UFO journalist chick, and she is incredible. Christina Gomez. She's really, really cool. And after I did that, because I had to do that, I couldn't cancel that because I'm sad. Like, I can't do that. Yeah, I'm a man. I'm a man. This is my business. So I had to do that. But after that, I was just like, I have to just lay down and write these replies. I have to write something to YouTube because the company that Rogan and Shawn Ryan are using is, they're not operating in good faith. They're not doing what they're supposed. They're not doing their due diligence. They're just looking. They're just putting bots out. It's like a automated system that if Rogan's face is anywhere, if Shawn Ryan just started working with these guys. If Shawn Ryan's face is anywhere, they just claim it, claim it, claim it. But you can't do that. If it's just, again, this is a lesson for anybody who's ever thinking of starting a channel. If it's just the clip, that's just like right now, this is just Coach Colin. It's just Coach Colin on the screen. That's it, right? Just him talking. If someone were to upload this of mine, I could be like, I'm copyright claiming that. I actually wouldn't. I would comment on your video. That's what I would do, more than likely. That's what I've done in the past. But I could copyright claim that and say, that is just my work, and you're just reusing it. You're just re-uploading it. But when you actually, again, Asmongold, Officer Tatum, Penguin Zero, Benny Johnson, so many people that you can think of. I'm sure you have your own React people that you like to watch. When we pull up a clip and we're playing it, and then we talk about it, and then we give our insights, and we disagree or we agree or we criticize or we go deeper down the rabbit hole of whatever this clip was about, and we expose more of what they were talking about because maybe the conversation is bouncing all over the place. And, you know, it's like, take this little bit of the conversation and let's focus in on that and make it into something else. By the time that's done, that is considered transformed work. That's what that's considered. So to try and copyright claim that is actually against YouTube's policies, but at the same time, YouTube still allows it to happen. It's a very hard thing to deal with because it's not supposed to happen, but YouTube lets it happen at the same time. It's very weird. And even right now, as I have shown my case, when I'm writing out my case that I'm talking about, and I'm saying this case in 1980 and this case between Brendan Schaub and a creator named Unique, when Unique said this about Brendan Schaub and they went to court and Unique actually won the case and Brendan Schaub actually lost the case. He actually sued a YouTuber just like me. He sued somebody and he lost. All of that's case law. All of that sets precedents. So as I'm building up this case and all this case law and everything, I have to show it to the people who are the ones who are making this claim falsely to begin with. It's such a, it's, it's like the government investigating themselves. It's such a weird thing. It's so odd. I don't know why it's like this. I don't get it. I don't get it at all. So just basically, it's like they did something false and I'm like, hey, you actually can't do this. And I've done my due diligence and just so you know. And they're like, yeah, screw you. How about that? They're like, yourself. And I'm like, okay, but I actually, and then I have to reply again and be like, actually, you know, I used this much and I did this and I did this and I stayed this and I stayed within these guidelines. I did this and I did this and I have to show it to them again. The same people who just told me to fuck off. So, we'll see. We'll see. You'll turn me into the tinfoil Joker. You're gonna turn me into the tinfoil Joker. I'm gonna show. I'm gonna be on YouTube. Well, riddle me this. Riddle me this, Joe. If DMT's so good, why is your ego still so inflated? I'm gonna become tinfoil Joker. It's gonna be terrible. What a bad premise that is. Or a really good premise, actually, you know? And then Shawn Ryan came out of nowhere. I'm like, why is Shawn Ryan doing it? Shawn Ryan literally has a clip of himself saying anyone can use any amount of my content as long as they shout out the show. He literally is on his video. He has multiple clips saying this. He used to say this at the beginning of videos. He would say this all the time. You can use this video, just shout us out. The Shawn Ryan Show, let people know where you got the clip. And now all of a sudden, that's how it is. That's how it is. You make a bunch of money, and you're like, am I able to just pay this seedy company to get more money? Oh, I am? Okay, I'll just do that. I'm telling you, man, they must not know. If they knew the practices of who they've hired, I don't know. Maybe they know the practices. I don't know. I'm trying to be really charitable because I love the guy. I mean, it's fucking guy's on my friggin' wall. My kid comes in here and is like, Joe. My kid knows that this is Joe. That's how, like, Jesus, man. Oh, man. Anyways, guys. We'll see what happens. Email me. I'm gonna put it in the description of this video. Should have been doing this the whole time. Actually, I do. It's always in the description. It's just labeled as merch, but I have to change that. I have to change this website into something else that's more value as well. And maybe a newsletter, but I'm a terrible writer. I don't know anything about newsletters. So hopefully, I don't know. I have to find help. I need to build a team or something. I really do. I need somebody who can help me reach out to guests, and I need someone who can make clips and run a clip channel. I need some kind of machine going, because right now it's just all on me, and it's terrifying. Oh, anyway, I'm out of here. Wish me luck. Prayers are better. Quick prayer.